Hello! So today I'm going to be showing you my foundation routine, and this has probably been my #1 most requested video, and I'm finally doing it. And the reason that I've been putting it off for so long is because my foundation routine is constantly changing. I feel like I find something new and different that works for me almost every month. So this is what has been working for me lately. I'm really loving this, and this is not a liquid foundation tutorial because I'm not using liquid foundation anymore. I felt like maybe it was getting too heavy for my skin and breaking me out, and I just wanted my skin to be able to breathe a little bit more, so I will be using a powder foundation. So I hope that you will enjoy this video and that you will find it helpful. Usually the first thing I do is use some concealer, and I normally use my Hard Candy Glamouflage, but I am completely out of this, so I'm going to have to use something else. So instead I'm going to be using this Sheercover concealer. I got this in my glam bag a couple months ago, but even before that, like years ago, I have used Sheercover, but I stopped using it. But I do like this concealer. So I like to use a little brush like this. This is from Sonia Kashuk from Target. So I just get some of this lightest color on the brush, and then I will just put this on any spots that I want to lighten up. So I have just some kind of scars on my chin. I don't have acne there anymore, but I do have scars because my skin scars really, really easily. So I do have a lot of just marks on my face that are just from scars. So I will just put this concealer anywhere that I want to lighten up or get rid of some redness with this brush. And I really, really love this brush. It works really amazingly for concealer. So what I do is I take my Sonia Kashuk Hidden Agenda Concealer Palette, and I just kind of get a mixture of all three of the colors on my finger. And then I put this all over my eyelid. And this just covers up any darkness and discoloration on my eyelid. And then after I have concealed the eyelids, I move on to my under eyes, and I love using this Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser. And mine is in the color, what is it? Light Pale, number 20, if you are wondering. So I just wind it up a little bit, and then I just put it right under my eyes on the dark circles. So I just put it like this, and then I use that concealer brush that I was using before to just blend this a little bit on the edges. And I find that this product does move very easily, so you have to be careful with how much you're really spreading it around or it might come off. So I'm really careful with that. And then I do my other eye. So I've put that underneath my eyes, and then to set it, I use the little powder part that comes in the Sonia Kashuk Hidden Agenda Concealer Palette. And I use this fluffy eyeshadow brush to set it, and this is also by Sonia Kashuk. So I get a little bit of it on the brush. Sorry, all of this is really dirty. But I get some of that on the brush, and then what I do is I roll it like this instead of sweeping it, because that will take away the concealer. I roll it over the concealer like this to set it, and then it does not go anywhere. I mean, this seriously will last me all day long. So now the only thing that I've put on my face is concealer, and honestly, if I didn't want to wear foundation, I would feel comfortable skipping it at this point, because I really have covered up anything that I want to cover up, and I don't really need a lot of coverage or evening out of the skin tone on other areas of my face. But if I do want a tiny bit more coverage and to just set the concealer and just kind of blend everything together, I will use my powder foundation, and I have been using the Neutrogena Mineral Shears Loose Powder Foundation, and mine is in the color Buff 30, and this has SPF 20 in it, which I am definitely a fan of. So there's foundation in the cap, and I just get a little bit on here, and then I usually dust some of it off on a tissue so I'm not getting too much, and I'll kind of hit my brush like that to get some of the excess off. And then basically all I do is start buffing it into my skin all around my face. So I usually like to start right here and just do circular motions like this. That's just what I find works best for me. So I just go all the way around the face, and honestly this powder foundation is pretty sheer. it's not going to give you a ton of coverage. If you need a lot of coverage on your face, I would suggest going with a liquid foundation, not a powder foundation. If you already have clear skin, I think that you can really get away with just using a powder foundation. But like I said, if you need a lot of coverage, I would use a liquid foundation because this is not going to give you the coverage that you're desiring. So after that, I usually move on to my eyebrows. My eyebrows have always been pretty thin and also kind of just had a natural, nice shape to them, so I don't have to do a lot to them, which I am very thankful for. So what I do to fill them in is I use this Clinique Brow Shaper powder in soft brown. I have had this for years. I'm telling you, years. Like, I didn't even buy this. Maybe my older sister or my mom gave it to me. But I've had it for years. I've been using it for years, and I still have so much left. It's ridiculous. But I really, really like this, and it matches my eyebrows really well. And then I'm also using just an angled brush. Just any brush that you can find will work well for your eyebrows. This one is actually from MAC, but I can't even read the number on here. And this is another thing that is so old. I've had it forever, and it was passed down to me by either my sister or my mom. Actually, I think it was my mom. So hey, thanks Mom. Guess what? I'm still using this. So I just get a little bit of the powder on here. So all I do is brush through my eyebrows with that powder, and it fills in some of those spaces where my eyebrows are a little bit sparse. So the next thing I do is blush, and I'm using this blush right here. This is from the e.l.f. Contouring Blush and Bronzing Powder. You can get this at Target for $3. But I really like this blush. I think that it's a nice light peach pink color that looks really natural on the skin. So I use another Sonia Kashuk brush. This is just like a fluffy blush brush, and I get a little bit on my brush, and I just apply this to my cheeks. So that is all I do for my foundation routine lately. I really have been loving this routine. It's working out really well for me. So I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you found it useful and helpful, especially if you were someone who has asked me to do a foundation routine video. I really, really hope that this has helped you with anything that you are wondering about. And if you have any additional questions, please just leave them down in the comments below. And usually when I reply to comments, I don't always reply actually in the comment section because I check them through my email because they go to my email. So when I read your comment on my email, I will click directly on your username and go to your page, and then in the little comments box, I will write you back that way. So if you are ever looking for a comment from me, that is where I will typically comment back. I will go to your page and comment on your page as long as you have a box available for me to comment in. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.